What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got some more weird and crazy TikToks that'll make you cringe. So you gonna want to stay locked in, man, because you ain't gonna believe this.
Don't think this sun is something that everybody can take in this multiverse. I'm just using it as an example. It's many more. It's many more beings that cannot take the sun. We literally channel the frequency of the sun. We give life to the sun. Like, you have to understand the sun is an actual weapon. It's an actual weapon. That's why they can't let it shine 24 motherfucking 7. That's the whole reason that they created clouds. Let's not forget why the clouds were created. The clouds were created to literally block out the sun. No other reason.
I can believe it.
If you can't hear what I'm saying, I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And, as it turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
I told you. It's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
But you know what the crazy part is about that is that although these people, these scientists are like out here doing these experiments on the earth, and you got to admit some of that shit is pretty amazing, man. Some of it is pretty amazing. Like I like to look at life and be just excited and just be thrilled by things because, man, you got one life, and if you spend your whole entire life being a conspiracy theorist, worrying about what they gonna do and what they not doing, then and you can't change it. All everybody is doing is speculating. That's all these videos are doing is speculating, and ain't nobody doing anything. We know that they spraying chemtrails. We know that they are creating clouds. We know about HARP. We know about Project Bluebeam. We know all of these things we know that they are trying to play God. This is not a secret no more. But you cannot, and they've been doing this shit since the beginning of time. Man has always tried to figure out how the world works and how everything in it works. Ain't nothing new under the sun, baby. So you got to understand that even though it's dangerous, you got to admit it's pretty amazing, man, to see how far people, the scientists have come. You know what I'm saying? To even be able to do that. But I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all get in the comments and let me know.
A former intelligence official turned whistleblower has given Congress and the intelligence community inspector general.
Okay, guys, just hear me out on this one. This one's going to be fun. This is the cloud coverage today in Kansas. I find it interesting that when we have all of this stuff coming out about actual aliens existing, that our government knew about it, that they have the alien bodies, and that we've been using reverse engineering, all of a sudden we have these fires and smoke and
distractions.
We can't see out the sky. We can't see. We can't see what's flying around.
It's distractions. That's all.
And just hear me out on this one. I grew up in Southern California. We had wildfires all the time. We never had the sky turn orange. Never. There was never a cloud dust of orange. And I've had that happen here during a thunderstorm where it was a cloud dust of orange. And I went, And then the next thing you know, we had the pandemic. That was a couple years ago when that happened here. So, and I see these cloud coverage that's not natural all the time in our state, all the time. And, you know, Bill Gates has gone on here and said he wants to block out the sun along with a lot of other scientists. And then we have proof that there's aliens. And then we have proof that aliens have been here forever. And we have all these alien things going on in the skies. Come on, y'all. Wake up. They don't want you to know because they made a deal with ET, and ET is giving them all this ability to be able to prolong their life forever, have med beds, have all this technology, and they don't want to share it with you. That's why they want to get rid of everybody, and they want it just for themselves. I said what I said.
I don't know about all that. That may or may not be true, but we just gonna go and say, for YouTube's sake, this is for entertainment purposes only, and it's not true.
The sun is flaring, and this is the reason why they are blocking the sun. Reason why most United States is cloudy.
I call this enemy the sun. Since the beginning of time, man has yearned to destroy the sun. I will do the next best thing. Block it out.
Good God.
This was 7 months ago, before the Canadian wildfire.
Stopping climate change.
Hey, y'all know the Simpsons be on point. You know they be on point now, so I don't know.
No. Now the White House says blocking the sun might be the answer, but what would that look like?
Interesting hearing. Specifically, solar radiation management to artificially modify the Earth's climate. This comes off some studies back in the 1800s. Bear with me here. In 1816, in April, the Tambora volcano erupted in Indonesia with such force that it resulted in something called the year without the summer. I'm not sure if you've ever heard that term before.
No, I haven't.
Back in 1816, the year without a summer, because after that volcanic eruption, the temperature of the Earth dropped 5.4 degrees. Okay? Yeah, there was a lot of loss of life, there was a lot of loss of crops and everything. But moving forward, what scientists did, they started to measure this and they said, wait a minute. So the particulates and the aerosols from volcanoes actually blotted out the sun. So that's where this study is coming from. What they want to do is basically block out the sun by spraying aerosols into the stratosphere to reflect sunlight, just as, say, a volcano would do if a volcano was to erupt violently. They're going to research this for 5 years. They're going to figure this out. And what they're saying is that they aim to answer all the questions that you would have or I would have, pluses and minuses, before anything happens from there.
Okay.
But it's a start. It's a study. Okay. I think it's putting a Band-Aid on a bigger problem, but we'll talk about it in 5 years.
All right.
More gloomy news from Biden. White House says it's open to plan that would block sunlight from hitting surface of the Earth and bid to limit global warming. Scientists have warned the practice could have devastating effects. Duh.
Global warming may actually involve blocking sunlight. The White House posting research claiming, quote, solar radiation modification would enable better informed decisions about the potential risk and benefits of SRM as a component of climate policy alongside the foundational elements of greenhouse gas emissions mitigation. Our next guest warns this is simply government's way to control your weather.
You can suspect your DNA is being targeted by a release of aluminum into the atmosphere through trails. A systematic spreading of a substance that triggers a genetic response. Cases in New York, California, across the country. While right here in Washington, immunity to common germs is breaking down and flooding our city hospitals.
That is crazy. So why do y'all think that they are blocking the sun? Because it definitely ain't because of no global warming. If anything, they creating a global warming with all this stuff. It's just creating an imbalance in the Earth's atmosphere. So of course, yeah, it's gonna be global warming. That ain't why they doing it. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think.
Bill Gates doesn't think of himself as some guy who got super rich making bad software. Bill Gates thinks of himself as God in control of the solar system. And that's why Bill Gates is now backing something called sun-dimming technology that would reflect sunlight out of the Earth's atmosphere, causing global cooling. Ooh, that's not fraught with risks. You thought gain-of-function research on pathogens was dangerous. Try that. But that doesn't stop Harvard University Its scientists are testing that technology by spewing calcium.
Could that be the reason he's buying all the farmland? So when he creates or when he launches this sun blocking technology, then there are no farmers to complain about it, thus making it easier for him to run this sun blocking technology. But then people will be complaining about crops and not having food. Do you think this is the reason why they are bioengineering meat and bioengineering fruits and vegetables so there will be no need for the sun? But look, on a bigger scale, why are they trying to get rid of the sun? It's not because the sun is flaring. The sun has been flaring for billions of years, and now you want to stop it? No, it is something else. But I'll keep my comments to myself.
Dust into the atmosphere.
Bill Gates is backing the first high-altitude experiment of one radical climate change solution, creating a massive chemical cloud that could cool the Earth. It's called solar geoengineering, and it's highly controversial. It would look something like this. Thousands of planes would fly very high and use nozzles to inject millions of tons of light-reflecting particles into the stratosphere. It would create a thin chemical cloud of those particles around the whole planet, blocking some sunlight from reaching the surface. It would mimic a giant volcanic eruption, which we know cools the Earth.
Now, just to restate, Bill Gates is not God. Bill Gates is some kind of weird, socially awkward rich guy who lives in Seattle. He doesn't own the planet, but he's now changing the planet single-handedly. This is not just over his yard in Seattle. This is over your yard and our oceans and the whole planet. Now, according to Forbes, Frank Kutch, who's the project's top investigator, quote, does not know what the results might bring. Well, just experiment with the globe and find out what happens.
And the crazy and scary part about this is if they block out the sun is the literal life source of the earth, not just for the crops. I mean, the water, precipitation. Yeah, they can create clouds, but then if they drop in the earth's temperature, then when it rains, then it would freeze up, and then the water is no good, right? So yeah, man, doing this is really catastrophic. It is what it is, right?
Go ahead and pause to read this if you'd like to read the story. I'm just using the photo and just a little bit of kind of like detail from this gentleman's theory. So, the UFO that this guy caught coming out of the sun, he says must be like Earth size because of its size comparison to the sun. Now, if you go to the flat Earth model with a local sun, that would make the UFO much more of a typical UFO size. And I came across a photo of the ISS in front of the moon that looks like the ISS is leaving a shadow on the moon. Now, if it is leaving a shadow, that would make it impossible for it to be the ISS in front of it for the size comparison, unless it's a local moon. So this really has no significance besides just, I find it super neat and possibly a puzzle piece. I don't know, just wanted to share that with you guys.
At this point in life, you don't even got to be woke or conscious to realize that they are trying to destroy nature. Now, blocking the sun to control global warming. Let me tell you what global warming really is, or the climate change, and how we can actually fix it. Their global warming and climate change is a myth, it's fake, it's false, it's part of the matrix. The reason why they don't want us to tap back in with our ancestors is because our ancestors knew that our emotions actually changes the weather. We can make it rain, we can make it snow, we can make the sun come out if we are in tune with our higher self. Heart has actually been controlling the weather for a long time. This is why the rain is fake, the snow is fake, and people are now really fake. They've been hitting us with low vibrational frequencies, with music, television. Now we are dealing with heart. The matrix is controlled by the moon and the moon phases, because these phases actually represents our energy. This is why every time there's a new moon, the media always try to push out some kind of fear tactic. The media purpose is to make sure you never be able to think on your own. And at the same time, they give you ideas to teach you how to think and what to manifest. Make sure you pay attention to your emotions and your feelings every time a new moon starts, because your emotions is going to feed the moon and feed the moon until it's a full moon. And once it becomes a full moon, it do the same process over and over. The snake eating its own tail. The church also uses this principle of the phases of the moon, and it's called the collection plate. The collection plate is passed down from person to person until the plate is full, like the full moon. But once you understand how these control systems uses our thoughts to make things manifest for themselves, once we get this knowledge of how the moon work and how the sun work, then we can use this and reverse it and make it benefit us. They have to use every tactic to keep us from waking up, because they fear if we wake up that we're going to want revenge on what they did to us. But real spiritual beings don't care about this. They just want order and they want things to go the right way. Who cares about revenge? Karma always catches up with everyone at the end. Remember, these people have no power. They only had the power we give them. They cannot destroy the sun. They cannot destroy nature. They are literally parasites. They only feed off of our actions.
Those are facts, though. I mean, they trying to block out the sun, but just imagine how much of those chemicals they would have to make to cover up the entire earth to block out the sun. They're only blocking certain parts. It ain't enough chemical in the world for that. I'm sorry. They can try, but it just ain't.
Okay, if y'all don't see nothing weird with this fucking cloud formation, this is not no motherfucking clouds. They are consistently trying to block that thing out right there. It's obvious. Like, look at these fucking clouds. These shits look like mutants. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, them ain't clouds.
I ain't never seen no clouds like this. This shits look like streaks in the goddamn sky. Like somebody didn't wipe their ass right. Y'all tell me about TikTok, everybody else. Y'all see these chemtrails? See that big ass? All right, they out here. I just seen a plane right over there doing the same thing.
Not gonna lie, bro. That looked at like sperm attached to an egg, bro. Like, bro, this is the stuff that make me think that we are in a body, like an actual being, bro. We are inside of an actual being, bro. And I feel like life continues like that. There are different dimensions, and this is the dimension. We are one dimension, and then inside of us is another dimension. Then inside of our cells is another dimension, and inside of our cells there's another dimension, and it keeps going deeper and deeper, bro. You cannot tell me that did not look like an egg and sperm, bro. Look at this. Just look at this. Just look. Bro, like, come on, bro. Like, if that is the sun, and if that was something harnessing energy from the sun, bro, come on, man. Bro, you can't tell me that don't look like a egg inside of a woman and sperm, bro. That's what that look like. You can't tell me that we are not inside of a actual being, bro. I really believe that. Something in me tells me that we are inside of an actual being, bro. Because every part of our body under like microscopes and x-rays, bro, looks like the universe. Like, nah, for real, have you seen like pictures of the nervous system, of the brain and all of these different things, bro? Like, it looks so much like the cosmos, bro. That right there further confirms it for me, bro. Like, for real. Look at this.
Energy from the sun.
Just look at that. It said it looked like it was harvesting energy from the sun. It looked like it was giving birth to me. Because if you look at like an egg, like when they do animations and stuff, the animation kind of looks like the egg looks like a sun almost. Like for real. It's a lot of things they noted, but they not telling us, bro.
Just because I'm very tired of these. Look, there's 2 suns. That must be Planet X out there. Wait a minute. It's moving around. Why is it moving around like that? Could it be a reflection of my camera?
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is, bro. That's it.
So first we hear of a 170,000 mile wide dark spot on our sun. Then I found this video of something apparently draining our sun. Now we see a piece of our sun breaking off what's going on, y'all.
The sun is doing exactly what cells do. They multiply. They break off from each other and multiply and create another cell. How we know that wasn't another sun, man? Because, you know, sunlight in its rarest form is black. The brightest it can get is black. Like, for real, man. Without darkness, there can't be light, bro. Like, come on, man. It's simple.
Then there's also this Akon interview where Akon describes going to the movies with Michael Jackson and being shocked when he got there and a complete stranger walked up to him and started talking in Michael's voice because it was Michael, but he was absolutely unrecognizable. The theory being that nobody really knew what Michael Jackson looked like anymore because the Michael Jackson that was famous was just a mask. Now this is a real man named Dave, a victim of horrible burns when he was young, and Michael Jackson just kind of took an interest in him and took care of him. So at first when I was reading about this, I was like, okay, case closed, that's a different guy. But the theory points out that Dave suddenly became a lot more public and his appearance kind of changed after Michael Jackson's death, insinuating that Jackson didn't pass away in 2009, but instead resumed living under various assumed identities, easily fooling the world because nobody had really known what he looked like since the 80s. Hit the link in my bio to watch hours of conspiracy theory content on my YouTube and have a great weekend.
You know, Mike did get burned, but I don't think he got burned to the magnitude that they was talking about. But I mean, Mike was one of the first to ever wear a lace front wig, a male to wear a lace front wig. So yeah, I don't know about him being. He might not be dead. I don't know. Who knows?
There's a theory that in Home Alone, Kevin, he was actually left at home on purpose. Theory goes that his father, he owned that huge house and so much people in there. There is a theory that he wasn't actually able to afford that place and all the excursions and things they do, right? And Kevin being the one child that the whole family, they just thought he was a runt and then they didn't really like him, right? Yo, only the mom was the only one that really cared about Kevin. The father didn't really care about Kevin that much, if you really take it in. The mom was the one that's like, Kevin, where's Kevin? Remember? Now, the theory goes that the father, he hired the burglars to go and do a robbery to claim on the insurance. Also, to claim insurance on Kevin's death when they killed him.
Yeah, that's crazy how they wrap that around there. It do make sense though, like for real.
How is no one talking about this? So the men pictured are part of the 1977 University of Evansville men's basketball team. The entire team was tragically killed in a plane crash. However, there was one lucky member of the team that couldn't go because he was sick. But guess what? 2 weeks later, he died in a car crash. This is really suspicious. And of course, I mean no disrespect to any of these people.
Dang, that's it? Okay.
This is gonna make you feel crazy. Doja Cat might have had something to do with what happened to him. After Matthew's tragic passing, Doja Cat deleted all of her videos except for this one. So obviously the comments on that video are crazy. People are like, what? Did you have something to do with this? She now deletes the video. There's nothing up now. Take a closer look at this logo and you'll see that something is off. Now the word friends is 7 letters, and in between each letter is a dot that represents each of the friends. You can see how it correlates to each one here. The dot in between the D and the E is gone. Why is one of them missing? This is just a conspiracy theory. I like talking about conspiracy theories. This is not a disrespectful thing. And this was a promotion for her new music video called Demons. And we all know how she's been recently, and all of the other conspiracy theories. Now I get that Friends is a popular TV show, but like the timing's really weird. You can't deny that. Everything is intentional. How would this have been an error? Think about the kind of team she has. How would they forget the first dot? But the promotional photo came out exactly 2 months before what happened to him. And you remember he did all these weird Instagram posts right before he passed away. I made a post about that if you don't know what I'm talking about. Like, all of this weird stuff makes you wonder if he saw it coming. If you like my content, follow my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for more. It really helps when you interact.
Yeah, that is weird though. No, it's always something subliminal in these artists' pictures and things like that. So yeah, if you're not really big on that, you'll miss it. Cause I definitely missed it. I don't follow her, so I wouldn't even knew that until she just showed me.
Have you heard of the theory that the Statue of Liberty is actually a statue dedicated to Lucifer? So this is the theory. Look at this painting. On the left, that's a painting of Lucifer in the 17th century. It's a picture of Satan summoning his legion, right? Now this is where it gets creepy. Lucifer is called the light bearer. In Latin, Lucifer means light bringing. The Statue of Liberty is holding a torch, which means it's bearing light, right? Before we jump into details, type amen down below to ward off any evil coming off this video. Now get this, the Statue of Liberty looks like the Colossus of Rhodes, which is a bronze Greek statue that stood about 108 feet tall. It was one of the world's greatest wonders. The Colossus of Rhodes represents something. It is dedicated to the Greek god named Helios, the god of the sun. Now back to the Statue of Liberty. People believe it's dedicated to Satan. I mean, if you look, their faces do look similar. But then again, this is just one big theory. Who knows? Let me know what you think down below.
But what a lot of people don't know is Lucifer is a Greek god also, and he represents a certain planet in the cosmos. If you know, let me know in the comments.
My GF has an ex who passed away in an unsolved accident. Today she told me about how killers often keep trophies. Should I be concerned?
I'm sorry. Whoa. You might need to be, because why would you keep a tooth around your neck? That's crazy.
Can I tell you my scariest theory? And this
Hell
has
yeah.
kept me up at night.
Oh, hell. Here
What
we
I think
go.
is the scariest thing that could happen is like when you die, you lose all bodily function. You're absolutely nothing as a body.
Oh, no.
But you stay conscious.
Oh, fuck that.
So
Fuck.
like your eyes are open, you can't move them, you can't blink, nobody would know you're in there whatsoever, but you can fully see out of them. And then when they close your eyes, you're just in darkness for the rest of eternity.
How do you get consent from those people?
I think you go, hey, if you want me, don't move. Can I tell you my scariest theory? And this
Hell
has
yeah.
kept me up at night.
Yeah, I kind of believe that. They say the brain like still has like 15 gigawatts of energy that keeps it functional even after death. Like 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. That's a long time. When you think about it in death, that is a long time. Things slow down when you're inside of your head and you have no bodily functions. You're just seeing everything move around you for 15 long, excruciating minutes. Bro, that's crazy. But hey, if you like what you saw, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Go over to the Discord, join, it's free. Send me videos you would like to see me react to. But until next time, folks.